Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and you are listening to another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about marketing, and we are going to talk about a movie that I can't wait to go see. We are going to talk about Mission Impossible. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I told you the other day, we are having a promotion. This is the first 10 people. You want to buy products. If you want to buy, as I told you, we're going to have audio programs, books. We're gonna do coaching. We are going to do it all. And if you want to get all the services, all the products, everything for the rest of your life for the low price of $5,000, you can do it now, or you can buy every single product on your own, which will be more than that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want more information, I'm very easy to reach out to. I will leave the email in the description, and I will start emailing my email list about this sale in the next coming week. Okay, so keep that in mind. We are going to be rolling out the products, rolling out the services June the 1st. So be wary of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the subject at hand today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about, I told you the other day, personality-based marketing. We're going to talk about somebody that who in the last 5 to 10 years has ramped up the marketing. He has stuck to his guns, and that is Mr. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise apparently does not do DVDs. He does not want to do he does not want to take his movies to Amazon. Tom Cruise, ever since COVID, he had Top Gun, he had Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise every time he shoots a movie, he does a movie. Whenever the movie is about to roll out, Tom Cruise goes on quite the marketing tour, quite the spree, and he's jumping out of planes. He's at the Olympics. He's talking to people. He's going to the movie theater. Tom Cruise is great at marketing his movies, and he's like, hey, you got to go to the movie theater to see him. And I haven't been to the movies in probably the last year. And, in May or June, I am going to run to the movie theater. As I told my wife, we are going to run to the movie theater. We are going to buy a big old tub of popcorn and the soda for once, and we are going to watch Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise has me convinced that I need to see Mission Impossible in the movie theater, and I'm out. I was pre-sold when he shot the last movie. I went to the movies and saw the last movie, and I've probably been to the movies about 3 or 4 times since COVID. I saw Top Gun 2. I saw the Mission Impossible, and I'm going to see this Mission Impossible. And the other movie I went to go see was James Bond, which was a good movie. But other than that, I have not been to the movies. And there are certain people, I know people are like, oh, they're great actors, but after a while, this is personality based marketing at its finest. When you see Tom Cruise, you're like, oh, Tom Cruise is going to do a movie. I would like to see that, because not only does Tom Cruise do great with personality based marketing, he also does excellent with trust based marketing, because I trust that Tom Cruise is going to put out a great movie. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the same as Mr. Denzel Washington. I saw a highlight, and I saw Denzel and Spike Lee. They were coming back. They was going to do a movie together, and I enjoy a Spike Lee and Denzel movie. There's only one movie that I did not enjoy, but everybody else tells me that that movie was good, and that's I think it was Inside Man. But I might need to go back and watch that movie. But anyway, but the point is, these guys, that not only are they have a great personality based marketing, the Denzel and the Tom Cruise, because it's going to be a good movie. They also have the trust based marketing, because for the most part, we've always enjoyed a movie from Denzel or Tom Cruise. It's not like other celebrities. When you see them in a movie, it's maybe but these two guys, in my humble opinion anyway, are great with the marketing. The only time you see these guys, that's another thing, scarcity. We can go down the whole marketing list. Tom Cruise, you rarely see this guy. I mean, he comes out when it's time to promote a movie. He pops out, he goes around, he's smiling, he's happy. He's Tom Cruise. I'm of the age. Me and Tom Cruise been rocking since the '80s. So I already know, I'm like, I've, I don't know if on this show, there's only one time that I actually sat down and saw Tom Cruise get interviewed. I didn't see the thing with him and Brooke Shields. I don't know what that's about. I saw him once. I was eating lunch. And he was on the couch with Oprah, and I was like, "Oh, I never really seen Tom Cruise be interviewed." And he did okay to them last 5 minutes, and I was like, "Tom Cruise acting kind of lame, man." But other than that, then the only points I take off from my boy. But other than that, Tom Cruise, when it's time to promote them movies, man, he'll go to London, he'll go to Paris, he'll go to L.A. He came to Atlanta, I think, during Mission Impossible at the movie theater. He was there. Tom Cruise goes everywhere. He turns up every stone. He promotes that movie. He wants that movie to do good. He's invested. He's engaged. That's what you want for your personality marketing. You want your crew. You want your email list. You want the people that you do business with to know that, hey, man, no matter what, you are going to be there. You are reliant. You are defiant. Whatever thing you got going on, that's what you want in your marketing. Okay, because Tom Cruise, I guess now, I don't know what kind of movies he has in the works anymore. If he has any more movies, but a lot of his movies now are big budget, and he's going against the grain of, because I know they kept doing delays and delay and delay for Top Gun because he wanted it to be in the movie theater. He stuck to his guns, and it paid off because it was a great movie. It made a lot of money, and he is not going to. He is not. He is doing something, that is kind of against the grain at this point. And he's like, hey, the movie theater is still great. The movie theater is still great. So he wants everybody to run to the movie theater to see his movies. And I myself are going to be one of the people that are going to see this movie. Tom Cruise has the marketing down pat. Tom Cruise is great. When you see Tom Cruise, not only does he have the personality-based marketing, the PBM, he has the trust-based marketing. He has the scarcity because you rarely see the man. He does movies, but it's not like Tom Cruise is in another movie. Tom Cruise is in another movie. No, now he's getting to the fact where, hey, you don't see Tom Cruise in theater as much as you used to. He's not as young. But he still does all the action scenes or whatever and all that jazz. So it's more scarcity. It's not like you know you take for granted sometimes when you see people every single day. I don't know about you, but one thing, like when you are first dating somebody, one of the worst things that you can do is be available all the time. It's just a little tip for me to use. Scarcity based. You don't, not saying you do it on purpose, but you don't want to seem desperate. You know what I'm saying? The more desperate you seem, the worse you're gonna be. You want to have the upper hand. But that's neither here nor there. But personality based, Tom Cruise. Pay attention. Watch Tom Cruise. Watch how he's engaged. Watch how he listens. Watch how he works the crowd, works the room. Tom Cruise is a great example. Sending a personality based marketing done right. This movie, I don't know how much this movie they shot this movie for. Tom Cruise would get his money back, double the money. I'm going to see Mission Impossible. You're going to see Mission Impossible. We all need to go see Mission Impossible. The great Tom Cruise, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest actors of all time. Okay, that's a ringing endorsement. And I love Mission Impossible movies. The only one I did not enjoy was the second one. But once again, I went to the movie theater and I saw that, and it was Tom Cruise doing his solo James Bond act. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give Tom Cruise a pass because Tom Cruise is my guy. Okay, so even though I didn't enjoy that movie as much, the rest of the Mission Impossible movies have been A-okay with me. I enjoy them. I like them. I take my wife Because my wife acts like that I was there during the filming of these shows, which I definitely was not. But hey, she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Well, this day I was holding the camera and Tom Cruise he jumped off the building." She asked me questions like I'm like, we watch this movie at the same time, but my wife does that with every movie. The worst movie my wife did that with was Star Trek. Star Trek from the first scene, she was asking me 100 questions. I thought to myself, why did I come to the movies with her? But after a while, ladies and gentlemen, you learn your partner. My wife, when it comes to movies, she pays attention, but it's not. You know, she'll pay attention to more. She pays attention. She has a better grip on TV shows because she can keep up with all that. I cannot. So I guess we are reversed when it comes to that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, personality-based marketing example: Tom Cruise. Watch Tom Cruise in the month of May, maybe in the month of June. Tom Cruise will be out here willing, dealing, telling people, I'm Tom Cruise. I do all my stunts. I'm an independent filmmaker at this point. I think he does a lot of his he puts not only does he act in the movie, but I think he has skin in the game. He's a producer on a lot of these movies he does now. So he does a lot of betting on himself. And so he goes around, leaves no stone unturned. He'll be flying. He'll be meeting up. He'll be on all the networks. He'll be everywhere. He's gonna do everything. He's gonna talk. He's gonna laugh. He's gonna smile. He's gonna grin. He's gonna skin. He's going to try to get all the money, make $1 billion for the movie Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise, great at the marketing. Bravo, Tom Cruise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you want to get great at the marketing yourself. You want to be better. You want to be better. You want to be better. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all going to get better with our marketing. So what you can do and what I can do is I can record this show, and what you can do is listen to this show. We're going to be here every day recording, guiding this boat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, once again, as I told you before, we are in a pre-promotion. We are going to create a lot of products. We're going to have a lot of services. We're going to have audio tapes. We are going to have emails. No, not emails. We are going to have audio tapes. We are going to have books. We are going to have a coaching service. We are going to have a live. We are going to start having live events probably in 2026. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start doing all of that. We are going to do more selling around here, and I want you to be a part of it. But I want you to be one of the. I'm telling you, only 10 slots available, $5,000. There's no price tag because I am going to help you create the life that you want. I'm going to help you create a life that you do not have to escape from, because as I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, the worst thing that you can do is think, I need to get away, I need to get away, I need to get away. Kids drive me crazy. Wife is driving me crazy. Job is driving me crazy. You don't want to be one of those people who are always looking forward to the weekend, If you're always looking forward to the weekend, then you're not doing something right. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with the all-new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, everybody, peace.